Hey, good Monday morning to you. It's good to see you, and welcome back to the Man Cave. So, I'd like to ask you, regardless of how deep your faith may or may not be, I wonder if you've ever asked a question that sounds something like this: how can God let such bad things happen in the world? Well, I bet you have. I know I have. And I bring this up because last week a good friend sent me a YouTube link to a sermon by Eric Sanzone, who is a co-lead pastor of Grace Bible Church here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Now, I'm going to include the link to this sermon below, and if you can cull some time out of your schedule this week, it'll be the best 32 minutes you spend. But I'm going to give you the gist of Eric's message right now. So we all grow up believing in or having faith in something, don't we? I mean, it could be Christianity, Islam, or whatever. But in our lives, aren't we at some point going to have questions about that faith? Will nothing ever happen to us to challenge that faith? Well, I think we know the answer to that. So Eric, using Paul's letter to the Philippians as a guide, suggests that hard questions plus hard experiences lead to a process called deconstruction, which is simply the re-examination of the faith that we grew up with. Sounds like a smart thing to do, doesn't it? Re-examining the faith that we grew up with. But the challenge for all of us is that in order to re-examine, we have to ask tough questions. Questions that maybe we don't necessarily want the answers to, even if it will help us become mature in our faith. So what's the takeaway for today? Well, as Christians, I think it's incumbent upon us to not accept everything we may have grown up to believe is true. To grow in your faith and belief takes a consistent and dedicated focus to re-examine, to ask tough questions, and then pursue biblical answers. How do you do that? Can't be done alone. If you're struggling with your faith and you have tough questions, I urge you, please try and find a community of believers. Join a Bible study group or a men's or women's group. We're all struggling to some degree. Why not seek the answers together? Okay, that's a wrap for today. And if you have been inspired by this at all, I pray that you will share it with someone you think might benefit from it. And please try and find some time to watch Eric's full sermon. It could change your life, and I'm not just saying that lightly. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, this week I pray that you will stay strong, keep the faith. We'll see you back here next Monday morning.